Hey, good afternoon. It's Mark from Homestead Window Treatment. Standing. I wanted to just come out here, show you what it looked like from the street. I know we're a little bit pushed back, so if you do ever plan to come to the showroom, this is what you'll see. So that's our showroom, and if you do have an in-home consultation with myself, that's our van. So today, I'm going to go over custom valances. And I'm going to explain the differences, the top treatment, what makes a valance a valance. And here is our soft treatment display. And what you're going to see, let me just move this. There you go, Best of Long Island 2020. I'm going to move that for you here. So you have a box pleat valance at the bottom. You have a Kingston valance in the center, and at the top we have a scallop box pleat valance. And I mean, there are so many different styles of valances, but what makes a valance, oops, sorry, wrong way. So this over here, hold on, and this is an old showroom piece that we have, and actually, Angela, do you mind, sorry, holding this for 1 second? Sorry. Alright, so a custom valance, and what makes a valance and not a cornice is that the fabric is free hanging. So if I were to, if you could see, this fabric goes back and forth over there, so it's not as sturdy. And I'm going to show you some different types of valances as well, besides the ones we have in the showroom, some of our more popular ones. But to show you kind of how it's made, this is a valance board, and the fabric gets installed at the front of the valance over there, and it's just a thin board. Now that's going to be different than a cornice, which we're going to go over tomorrow, which I'll show you really quickly. That's a cornice over here. Now this, it's solid, so if I push on it, the fabric doesn't go anymore. It's going to be more structured. So that's your main differences between valances and cornices. So I wanted to show you my iPad over here with a lot of our different projects, and this one's all valances. And we'll start over here. So this is kind of like an Empire valance, but if you see the swags in the center, it's a little bit more traditional. That's going to be called an Empire valance. Now this right here, if when you take a Roman shade and you raise and you lower a Roman shade, a lot of times you have to replete the Roman shade. When you get a shade that looks like it's a valance, it'll stay perfect all the time. Once we professionally install it, steam it, dress it, it'll always stay that way. So this is an example of some Roman valances. This is also a faux Roman valance. That's actually, believe it or not, our most popular valances are going to be your Romans. So there's your more traditional. That's going to be swags, a jabot. Although it's traditional, you can't really tell right there. It's actually kind of like a geometric fabric, but that made this valance a little bit more up to date. This was a really pretty valance. This is going to be a flat scalloped valance, box pleat valance, scalloped valance, up close. So this was a really pretty valance. So this was pleated on the sides over here, not your typical valance. It's got a slight arch to it. I honestly wouldn't even have to say this valance has a name. So that's what's great about custom window coverings, is that you can pick and choose what you want. That's a valance. This is a pretty valance. So what makes a valance also a valance is that it does not go up and down. So again, a lot of these photos where you'll see it looks like a Roman shade. Oh, this was really cool. This right here was an awning, actually, our customer asked us to make, kind of like a store awning. It's hard to see without seeing the profile of it, but you know. So these are a lot of our projects. This is a really popular valance of ours, and I would say this is our most popular style as well. It's a faux Roman valance, and I'm going to show you another one where you hide the roller shade beneath it, and then that'll give you your privacy. You raise and lower your shade, and that'll hide underneath the valance. I have tons of photos here, so I don't want to bore you on all of them. Oh, this was a really cool one, really pretty one, a lot of color. Now this, if you notice, I mean, we have a lot of pictures of valances over sinks, and what's nice is most of the windows over sinks are small. So what the Valance does is it gives the appearance of a much larger, taller window. Like I'm going to show you with, I guess my finger here, where the window probably stops right about here. So it looks like we're going to give another 5 inches to the window. Oops. Oh, so that was a really nice Valance in a bay window. Definitely something, you know, that you're not going to find store-bought, and this is why, you know, you go custom, because of the differences. Now, I wanted to show you, hold on. Oh, this was a really pretty Valance, more traditional. You could see that we have some trim, some beaded trim at the bottom over there. That was a really sharp-looking kitchen. It's a great way to add color into the room too. This is a really pretty, you can imagine what the kitchen would look like without these Valances. It would be pretty blah, and right now when we added these Valances, it added a nice color to it and a nice pop to it. Here, I wanted to show you this. So also with custom Valances, we can add trim. So if you like a fabric and you want it to pop a little bit more, we could do something like a trim, nail head, studs, anything you really want. This I wanted to show you here because this is a huge difference when you go custom. See, you know, when we did this, I actually designed this job, and if you notice, the Valance is higher than the molding, but if you see that piece on the side there, that's called a return. And so if I ask for the Valance to be installed 9 inches above the molding, I'm going to ask for a 9-inch return. So this way you cannot tell, you know, where that window stops. And that's something that you're really only going to get when you go with custom, someone who knows what they're doing, somebody who pays attention to those details. Hold on, I'm looking for that one. Oh, there we go. So this picture is, we have a sliding door. We have a shade underneath it. You just don't see that, the same shade here. And if I just showed you that by itself, you would think it's a shade that's in the up position. But this is the majority of the Valances that we sell. So it's a Valance at the top that looks like it's a Roman shade, and then, oops, sorry, Valance at the top looks like a Roman shade, and then you're going to have a shade that hides beneath it. So Valances, a really great reason to do a Valance is that if you have kids at home, if you have pets at home, like we have a 19-month-old daughter, and I know that she has sweet potatoes or peanut butter on her hands at all times. So if I had draperies, I can only imagine, you know, what we'd be taking off those draperies. And I just had a customer send us a picture of shutters that a dog destroyed. So you can also imagine what that same dog can do to draperies. But if you do a Valance or a top treatment, you can really finish the window and keep it out of harm's way, which is nice. And you're also increasing the height of the window and making the window appear much taller. And it's also a great way to add some pop of color into the room if you have a lot of neutrals going on and you want to add a navy or, you know, an aqua like you see there, or any of the bright, vibrant colors. So if you have any questions on Valances, let me know. Send us a DM, shoot us a comment here. Tomorrow I plan to go over custom cornices, which is behind me. That's going to be the structured boards that you see over there. So thanks so much for tuning in. If you know anyone interested in window coverings, please tag them, share this with them. And you can give us a call at 631-423-5782. You can send us a DM or comment right here on Facebook or Instagram. Thanks so much for watching, and hope you have a great weekend, and happy Father's Day to everyone celebrating.